another training walk with Jackson. I have my shoulder rolled back, my hand by my back pocket, my leash is short and wanting to be loose. I'm going to utilize one of my 5 tools anytime pressure is created. So I'm doing some zigzags and some flicks. But again, the most important thing to remember is my shoulder and arm placement with how long that leash is. Not focusing on where he is at, but focusing on if there's pressure on the leash. That's the cue to utilize one of the tools. The reason this is important is right now Jackson is creating pressure. I'm utilizing a tool and correcting him. He's listening. Our next step will be, and only Jackson can decide when he's ready for this, because you'll notice him start to do it naturally, will be when he creates pressure on the leash, he'll start to correct himself, which is beautiful. Oh, we're nervous of those trash cans, so we're gonna walk past those again. When he creates pressure on the leash, he will correct himself. And then the third phase is he just learns that nice place beside me, not creating any pressure, and he just stays there. That's how we know we're ready to take the transitional leash off the nose and just place it around the neck. Once we've taken it off the nose and it's around the neck, we basically start over. It will be him creating pressure, me utilizing one of the 5 tools. Then it will graduate into him creating pressure and him correcting himself. Then it will graduate into him just hanging at my side at a nice loose leash. Then we're ready for a long leash or a belt leash or any of those retractable leashes even. Any of that, he can then graduate to that. This takes months and even years of training for the dog to be able to control their impulses to be able to do that. But I like to make sure you know what you can do. Some dogs, it will take a few weeks and they're awesome and they got it. Other friends, it does take months or even years for them to get the hang of it. It all depends on them and your consistency and what you can expose them to and helping them work their way through that. So here we're just still utilizing the one of the 5 tools anytime pressure is created on that leash. We're just wanting a nice, calm, cool, and collected walk with no pressure on that leash. So those are the phases that we want Jackson to go through as he graduates through his training program. He's only with us for 5 days, so the real training is me teaching y'all. Jackson could do everything for me. It's not a big deal. Dogs are easy peasy. The real challenge is making sure the owners understand so that you can follow up on it. Training is a lifelong process. Even though our dogs become amazing and awesome and our best friends, it's still a lifelong process. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be times we need to take privileges away and give them back. There's going to be times that they make bad choices. They're just like humans, and the fact that they're going to learn and grow and have setbacks. So teaching you is really important. So I want to make sure you understand the steps so y'all can grow through training together. So again, we're using this transitional leash anytime he's on the leash. And we're short leash, utilizing the 5 tools anytime pressure is created. Again, he can graduate up to correcting himself and then not needing any corrections at all. And then that's when we know we can take the nose piece off. And then we start over from the beginning once it's just around the neck and a slip lead with him creating pressure, us utilizing one of the tools, him creating pressure and correcting himself, to him just figuring it out and staying with us and being an awesome companion. He's doing a great job. We have some dogs on our left that came out and are barking at us. He's looking, but he's responding to the corrections, and that was really good. He was looking backwards and watching them, but still paying attention to me to not create any pressure on that leash. So if you remember the 5 tools anytime pressure is created, is I have a reset where I stop, lift up the weight of an apple. We have zigzags where I literally zig and zag. We have flicks, which is just an abrupt pop on the leash. We have a direction change, which is where I turn around and walk the other direction until we're, calm, cool, and collected. That was beautiful. And the final one is the rollback. Sorry, I'm just waiting for him to create pressure so I can utilize that one. There we go, roll back. I step backwards, he turns around, I step forward. It's just very abrupt and quick. Often I will switch those back and forth and around or couple them together. I often do flicks even with the other tools. Again, we just want 0 pressure on that leash. That doesn't mean slight pressure. It means no pressure. All right, so we're just gonna keep going on our walk. I'm gonna utilize those skills. Oh, the one more I wanted to talk about was how I talk about the reset, lifting up the weight of an apple. It's as if I stop, it's as if I pick up an apple with the leash. So it's very lightweight. As soon as his bum goes down, the leash goes down. This is important not only as a reset tool when pressure is created on the leash, but we just utilize this at least a dozen times on each walk. Again, I know I talked about this already, but it can be a long pause, hi there, or a short pause. It can be 1 minute or 2 minutes. Here someone's walking past us, so he started barking. So we're gonna move our feet. We're not gonna sit there and watch someone until he can be calm, cool, and collected. There we go. Now we can put our bum down. If he can chill here, he can wait. Again, we're just practicing that patience. We should be able to see someone across the street. We should be able to check our mail. We should be able to pick our kids up at the bus stop. And we don't want Jackson reacting at all. So it's important for him to learn how to sit here patiently. The only way for him to learn to do that is for us to actually do it. Here, he's moving around, so we're gonna go up and we're gonna sit down again. And we're facing forward. You can see I turned his head the way I was facing. He was trying to turn around as the person walks farther away. He was trying to adjust to see them. That's not what we're doing. We're just sitting here, calm, cool, and collected, patient. We're not looking after anyone or obsessing over anything. So you can see me just still adjusting my body to stay right beside him and adjusting him to stay right beside me. So again, you're gonna wanna practice this lots of times, not just once, not just twice. Do it a dozen times every walk. Have the time vary, 20 seconds up to 20 minutes, all over the place, just so he can learn to sit here. You're gonna want him to be able to sit quietly and calmly, and the only way to have him do that is to actually practice that. So you wanna make sure you're practicing it. It all transfers over also, right? Like if I can sit calm, cool, and collected on a bed, I can sit calm, cool, and collected on a walk. I'll eventually learn how to sit calm, cool, and collected in a crate. I'll eventually learn how to sit calm, cool, and collected at lunch while you're out to dinner with friends. Maybe there's a dog-friendly restaurant. I can learn to sit calm, cool, and collected and quietly at a parade. And so all these things are important, but they start with this foundation of learning to sit calm, cool, and collected while on the walk, while on the bed, and then moving on to the reflection space.